Hi Aries, welcome to your October 2018 reading. So it has been a crazy, there's a plane going over. Try to ignore that. But it's been a crazy couple months. This is just an example of kind of like the energy that has been happening for the last couple months. So thank you guys for being patient. And I just want to jump right into it. Pull the cards for you guys, see what comes out. No dilly-dallying like I normally do. And I have my notes, and let's just go right into it. So it's been super hectic, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I'm finally back to uploading regularly so we can get this going. Woo, Aries, it has been, it's been really up and down. The energy has been so stressful. I know that there's I have, some friends that are Aries, and I know what they've been dealing with. It's been an exciting time, but it's also been a very stressful time. And here we have Six of Wands, which is your riding to glory, and you're riding to victory and success and becoming the person that you've always wanted to be, and having it kind of all in order. But you're also kind of, maybe other people are feeling like you're leaving them behind. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, as well as, kind of this high horse energy, which you guys, it's hard for me to talk to Aries sometimes because I love you guys, but you are very, you go with the flow, but sometimes you're defensive over being told certain things like that, like where other people might be hurt or confused about something that you have said or done. Sometimes it's hard to look at because you guys are usually very understanding. Okay, then we have Page of Swords, which is kind of this first step to an intellectual idea or something that might cause a lot of pressure, because if it is an air sign in your life, of course this could be any sign, this is a general reading, but if it is an air sign, they could be acting very arrogant, they could be acting like all their ideas are the only ones that matter, and it's frustrating sometimes because, if it's an Aquarius or a Gemini or Libra, they could typically be somewhat annoying or obnoxious, and that's sometimes the price you have to pay when, you have the Aries chill vibe going on. Like, you're chill, but you're also stressed, so it's kind of like a, how do I talk to you kind of dynamic. It's kind of like a touch and go, like, it's like a dance. Like, how are you today? Like, sometimes we don't know. And then we have Two of Swords, which is, it's just about trusting that first intuition and that instinct and not stressing too hard about it, not using your brain, your swords, your mental, capacity, always using your intuition, that crescent moon. You're blindfolded, right? If someone steps to her and she trusts them and they're bad, then she gets pushed into the water. But if she listens to her intuition and they're bad, then she can slice them with her two swords. If they're good, they might come step to her and unblindfold her and help her out of the situation. So it's kind of more about trust, and it's a touch and go type of thing. But also I see that with the stress and with the kind of rise to success and jumping on this high horse type of energy, which is like, I'm going on this journey, you can come with me or you cannot, and people get to make that decision. So with that comes pushing the limit and pushing yourself to the edge, which I like to say that you'll see if you're pushing someone. Like, you'll know because they'll say certain things. They might be a little frustrated, they might start to beg for your attention a little bit more, which can be annoying, but they might just want your attention because, they might look up to what you're doing, or they might want to be involved in what you're doing. And, You know, you need some fun in here. Like Aries are screaming for some fun this month. October month is karma month. So karma is coming, whether it's good or bad. You will see it happen to yourself and to everyone around you. And it's not that you think you're better than people. It's that you are on the up and up, and if people don't want to be on that journey with you, then you'll drop them like hotcakes. Most of you, not all of you. Most of you will. And, you know, we don't need to stir the pot. We don't need to make anything more dramatic than it is, because today, on the 5th, Venus retrograde Scorpio, so we have to pay attention to love and finances, and this has to do with combining love and finances, okay? This is what comes out when I'm talking about it, because 9 of Swords is about stressing about certain things when it comes to finances and love combined. So relationships and finances can get a little messy. One person makes more than the other person, and it's frustrating, or you're worrying about how to pay for this bill or that bill, and wondering why they're paying this much and why you have to pay this much. It might be keeping you up at night. It might be causing some nightmares or sleep paralysis or anxiety and hardcore stress. So this is coming out because you guys are highly stressed right now, or a lot of you are. This is general reading. And connecting finances and adding those with a relationship or potential relationship is it's a lot to deal with, you know, it's human, it's American, that's what people do, is they mix their finances with their, you know, significant other, which I have personal opinions on that, but we won't go there. But yeah, I see this being the main source of your stress is something to do with work, and then if someone's not doing that in the same sense of what you think they should be doing, you get kind of irritated or resentful in kind of a way. Also, watch out for shopping and spending and buying certain things that you don't necessarily need this month. Wait next month. On the 8th, Mars leaves retrograde shadow. What that means is that we're going to focus on communication and the way that we communicate with others and the way that others see us and the way we see others. So doing shadow work does have to do with, okay, here I'm going to pull goddess cards. Doing shadow work does have to do with this type of stress or this type of annoyance, you know, this person, whatever this person is. You could be dealing with an earth sign, an air sign. There's a lot of air here. Of course, it could also be fire and water because it's general, but there's a lot of air, mental energy going on, and there's a lot going on up here for you guys right now. Obviously, you're fire, but you have a lot of, you know, your wheels are turning, and that's causing some potential anxiety or stress or built up tension that you need to release. And this is a good month to pay attention to that. Shadow work has to do with looking at your inner trauma, your inner demons, your inner turmoils, and the way that you act and react to people and the way you communicate with people, and kind of paying attention to that. Like, who's important in my life and who do I need to treat, you know, a certain way in order for them to treat me a certain way, if that makes sense. Okay, on the 8th, new moon in Libra. Strong focus on friendships, relationships, and seeing how people truly are and who they truly are instead of what you think they are, what you want them to be, the perception of who they are, okay? And I have this titled, I think I'm going to title it like, Don't Touch the Stove, because what that means is that, just because it's not coming out of nowhere, what that means is that if the stove is hot and things are tense right now and things are really just bubbling and boiling and the water's boiling on the stove, it's probably better to turn it down and step away, like put the noodles in and then step away and turn it down to medium. Instead, what I think some of you guys might be doing is turning on the stove full speed, having it blaze, and then also trying to touch it and go for it and grab it and try to be this like savior or hero, and playing with this thing, playing with fire, I guess is what it is. It's, you know, you play with fire, you get burned. It's such a simple way to think of things, but don't touch the stove, meaning you've been warned. You know, there's an astrological warning, and then there's a, you know, tarot reading, which is showing you, you know, your inner turmoils and really looking at them and not pushing them down or denying them. Really pay attention to them. And, okay, well, it's going all over the place. Depletion in the Goddess deck. So 8 of Cups, which is also in the traditional deck about walking away from certain things and knowing when it's time to walk away, which I guess is exactly what I'm talking about when I mean don't touch the stove. Like, know when it's time to turn it down and walk away so you don't kill yourself with stress and not sleeping and doing too much. There's too much going on right now. And yes, you're growing and you're going up, but also take some time for the people that haven't reached your level yet. And take some time for the people, if you want to build them up with you. If you don't, then that's okay, but you need to be honest with them and working on those friendships and relationships. If they're not on the same level, then start to empathize and sympathize with them and start to maybe do things that they like to do, or pay attention to them the way you would like to be paid attention to. Okay, and that's also a Pisces card, which makes sense. There's a lot of emotion that is getting pushed down because you have so much going on up here, kind of like an air sign would, but you're fire, so you want to just keep playing with that and keep going till you get burnt out. And we don't need a burnout. So, okay, I think that makes my point. Anyway, Aries, I love you guys, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being there with me through all of this. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Palladian Star Goddess Tarot. It's linked down below. And I do contests to win free readings. So look for the November one. And that will be coming up very soon. And then also, if you want a private reading, my link is down below, julanameredith.com. You can book directly through there. I am booking November readings now. And then, of course, if you want to email me and book, that's fine too. All right. Bye, Aries.